So, Urs, if I can come to you and you introduce yourself.
My name is Urs Breitsprecher. I'm from Germany. I'm working in a small law firm. I'm a German attorney, but also a qualified English solicitor. But don't worry, I don't give any legal advice in English law because I'm sure you're much better here. But it helps me quite a lot with cross-border things. So I know the English legal system, and it helps me to get English clients or bring German clients over to England. My main area are tax and transactions. Transactions is mainly M&A, but also restructuring. And here I do quite a lot of inbound and outbound, so I agree with Nicholas. It's true. Because the clients who are going outbound, we can just help them find the right advisor abroad. And this makes us, for the clients, very valuable because I can call Nick and say, we have someone in China. If you want to go to China, I can hook you up with a good advisor. And this is what really works because I learned from my grandfather, if you want to have money, you first have to invest something. If you don't invest something, you won't get something back. And I think with the outbound business, it's really good. And from the outbound business, you get something back. We did a lot of business with China, not with Nick, but we'll do it later on. We send people to China, and now a lot of Chinese coming over Hong Kong, buying everything in Germany. And this, the starting point for us was advising people in outbound, and now it's coming back to us.
Okay, good. So you mentioned some of your work. Perhaps you could just talk us through some of your meetings and perhaps some of the couple of little people that you're working with.
I would like to make it short because everyone wants to have a lunch.
Good.
You can see on the list that right now I'm just working with people all around Germany. And because it's much easier to work with them, more and more clients in Germany, especially from North Rhine-Westphalia, this kind of state where I am, it's quite normal to have business with Netherlands, with Belgium, with Luxembourg, with France. And I travel quite a lot and I meet the members in their country or they're coming to Düsseldorf. And what you can see is most members I met, I had business from. I can't tell you now really if the meeting was first or that the business came first. But if you travel around, if you have just 2 hours time, just ring and say, hello, I'm here from IR, who are you, what are you doing? And it really, really helps. Right. And you can see we got our business out of it. We have referrals to Roth & Partner to Paris. It's just a small case, but Gruschka visited me in Düsseldorf. She was there for another conference, but she had the time, so we had something to drink in my office. And I think afterwards, before, I don't know, she get a case, and now we get cases there. Same as with Howard Coleman. When I was here on a conference in March, I just visited their office, and they helped us out with some small corporate things. And there's now a bigger arbitration coming. I hope I can solve the problem before the arbitration begins, but maybe Howard will have a really nice job from January on. The same applies to others.
Yeah.
Make it quick. Last year there was an offer of an infographic. Maybe we can go to the infographic?
Sure, sure.
We took the offer, so we made 2 infographics. One is for Germany, and one is for the federal state of North Rhine-Westphalia, which is, I think, to understand German, it's quite important that you see Germany as one big country, but the federal states are quite independent, similar to the US, and this helped me quite a lot. I had a conference in Chicago, and I was doing a presentation there, and I used it. Or if you have inbound interest, we just send these infographics, and they help a lot, and you can see which countries are doing real business with us. This is Netherlands, so this is for sure where we go, and China is second biggest business partner, and you can really feel it, but you can also see the other countries where we go. And if you're from a different country, let's try to get you on the list too, because I think it's quite interesting to do this kind of stuff. And they were really, really helpful. A lot of clients were really impressed by it. And on the conference in Chicago, one of the big accounting firms were really impressed by it and were asking, how many people are you? He said, well, we have 6 lawyers. And then he was really impressed and said, but we're in a big, big network. We are bigger than you. And,
I like it.
We were arguing a bit.
Yeah.
But it was good fun, so I can just advise it. We're now doing a new homepage. I hope we launch it this year. It's Invest and Do Business in Germany. And there we will put it on the internet side with a link to international referral too.
Right, that's good. That's good. So the ones that aren't aware, this is a service that we provide. There is a small charge for it, but where you can really utilise this, you've just heard from Urs how he has done, but if you want to be able to share statistical data in perhaps a more interesting way that you can use in your own marketing platform, come and talk to us. I know that you've seen some examples on the front desk. They do work really, really well. We've done them for several members who are here. But come and talk to us. They're really, really interesting and really useful, I think.
It really works. We were now with NRV Invest. It's a governmental institution who helping companies coming inbound. We went to them, have the presentation, put this on the table, and we are now listed there. Without this, they would never list us. They would take one of the big ones, but they were impressed with all the data we had. Okay, it took half of the data from their homepage, but they didn't really realize it.
Very good. Now, I know that you have...
Chinese in me.
I know that you did some work earlier in the year where you represented us at another group, didn't you?
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Ross helped me here. So I was invited by the Legal Week conference of independent law firms. It was March, February this year in London, so it's a big conference. I was in a panel with representatives of big networks, but the difference is Malaysia for an Isfin. I saw him, I think, this morning. He was on the panel too. And it was a good, fun panel, but I was the only one with an open network. The other one was Isfin, they're closed. There was a chap from Australia with World Service. I don't know if some of you heard of him. The fourth one, I forgot. You remember him? The fourth one in our panel?
No, I don't. I only listen to you.
Ah,
very good.
Good answer.
Yeah.
And I sent Ross an email. I said, I'm here on the panel. Let's do something together. So I was the only one representing the open network. And it made it clear that I took us in the sample of international referral. And I argued my way that I think an open network like international referral is much better than a closed network. I think at the end of the day, both ideas have benefits and disadvantages. And it was a really interesting panel, and I think we had good fun there in London. And at this conference, I met also other IR members like Jarosław Kruk from Poland. He's not here, unfortunately. And this is quite nice if you meet members, so it's kind of a family or one law firm. And he invited me to vodka, so it was not only one vodka afterwards, it was a bit more than one vodka. It was good fun with them. So. Yeah.
It's good. It's good. And you've done some work with John Wolfs.
John Wolfs, is he here?
He's somewhere, yeah.
John Wolfs, he's a Dutch lawyer with offices in Maastricht and Venlo. We do quite a lot of business together, so I have a lot of clients are helping John clients, and he's helping our clients over. And we founded a new group. And now it's just a Dutch-German group, or maybe, so if anyone is interested, it's called Tax, Trade and Transport. And it's what is said, it's inside. So we advise our clients in tax, trade, and transport matters, mainly cross-border matters. And there we made the same experience than you do. We hooked up with the Dutch embassy in Düsseldorf as a consulate, and we had, on their invitation, they have a luncheon, and we could present the new double tax treaty between Germany and the Netherlands, and met quite a lot of interesting people. We had some more activities, like John asked us to Maastricht, inviting his clients, and we could present business cases from the German point of view and the Dutch point of view, and I think it works quite well with us. And so if anyone is interested, you're more than welcome to talk to John or me. Maybe you can have it not just the Netherlands and Germany, but maybe Belgium too.
Yeah, good, good. Yeah, I know you've done some work with a couple of advisory
Oh yeah,
bodies, so the M&A.
Yeah, for me, working here is not. It's a selfish thing because I want to have the most out of it. International referral is a great platform, but if you just sit here and wait for the clients, I make a bet that you won't get one. But if you go outside with the people, you get even more out of it. I'm also a member of the AMAS, the Alliance of M&A Advisors, very American-based. They are concentrating on mid-market transactions, and the good news is for all of you, there are only 3% of the members are lawyers, and only, I think, 5% are accountants. Most of them are private equity, family office, M&A advisor, intermediaries, something like this, so everything good for us. And it's good to work with them, and I now try to bring the two groups a bit together. I don't say that they should join, but that they get kind of affiliated status to each other, to maybe get buying power, learn from each other. And I know they need attorneys and accountants all over the world, because they are forming a new international business, and I could need some help for the other jurisdiction there.
Okay, good. And then in a similar vein, you've done some negotiations with Deal Market?
Yeah, I don't know who's from you doing M&A business, but I have the problem always that a client, someone, members are international referral, a friend is calling me and saying he has a good startup, he needs money. Or sometimes big banks in Germany are now asking me, do you have a client where my client can invest some money? This is quite nice to have it on via telephone or email. But I found this platform in Switzerland. It's called Deal Market. They have put it together as one-shop solutions. And they offer two groups where you can have a closed group inside it, but you can also put the deal outside this deal platform. I will inform the deal makers group tomorrow a bit more details, but in fact there you can put deals inside that you are looking for money, or that your company or client want to sell his company and bring together a seller and buyer, or even private equity or family offices who are connected to it. But this is not all the platform gives you. This gives you also data banks, which are, I don't know if anyone knows Bureau von Dijk data banks like Ciffern. They are for our small law firm much too expensive, where you can get all the background information about multipliers or about a company who's the beneficial owner behind it. And with this solution, you can just buy it by demand, so it's not so expensive anymore. Otherwise, you have to pay 1,000 euros a month, which would be too much for our law firm, because we don't need it so regularly. But here you have data banks. You also have virtual data rooms for due diligence, and the server is not in the US, but in Switzerland, which seems to be important for some people. And it helps you. It has a real deal flow inside, and you can connect to everyone, Microsoft Office whatsoever. And in normal deals, you always have the problem who got the deal and who didn't get it, and they can connect with everyone inside this data platform. And I was 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was in Zurich to meet the CEO, and he's really interested to give the international referral opportunity to get a real big discount that we get access to it. We get a guest access that everyone can look into deals but can't put into deals inside. While we are working also, if the members are interested, that we get our own group inside. There you can put the deals inside but also outside. And I think this would be really interesting to get our members together and help each other to find buyer and seller in a much quicker way. I would love to travel quite often to Shanghai, but my wife is not so happy that I'm not at home. So maybe we can do half the thing via this platform. If a buyer from China wants to buy a German factory, for me it's just easier to put it there and bring together. Or in this platform you also can put on, you need an advisor in China, for example, or in Berlin for real estate. I have a nice project for you at Rügen, but we can talk later on about it. You can just put it on it, and then you get someone. We can just leave it in our group, or if the group doesn't answer, you can put it outside. I think this would be a really great thing, where we as a group have more out of it, and with international referral, we get buying power. So if you buy it alone, you have to pay 60 Schweizer Franken for it, but if you buy it as a group, it will be much cheaper. We are just starting the negotiation about the price and how we do it, but I think this would be a benefit for the whole group, or at least for the people who are doing M&A business or have wealthy clients who just want to invest some money and not at the stock exchange.